lighting, doing with this light. So I'm gonna come on here really quick. I'm not gonna stay too long. Um, but I just had a moment, excuse me, while I dangle with my ring light. So I have a few calls today, and one of them is they're back to back. Number one, these calls. Number two, these calls they they are business calls. They're business video calls. I'm not leading the call. I'm just basically vetting some amazing um, partners to partner with. And I am still getting tech savvy, as you can see. I'm trying to set this up so that you get that in the background and you get my microphone in the background and everything is pretty good. And so I guess this is kind of like a test run for the video call. However, one of the individuals, coaches, contacted me earlier. I spoke with them, then they sent me a text message. I know that that's probably their mode of operandi. Woo, go ahead, Anthony Trucks, you got a great system. I know that you got a great system that works already. This I know. And I know that I'm a great speaker, and I know I'm good. I am still developing. I'm developing a lot of things. I'm developing this channel. I'm a full-time student right now, and obviously I'm developing my message. I have it, but is it typed out? No, and I will be typing my message. Yeah, I will be doing my message. I love to write. I have pens and notebooks and stuff all over the place. And how I really, really know I'm passionate about speaking, also writing, is that when somebody asks me for paper or like a pen, I get very defensive, like, my pen, like, get your own pen. Zero stuff. That's what love was. That's not what strangers. That's what love was, you know. So I'm on here because after I got the second message of, well, did you do A, B, C, and D? Like, yeah, like, I know. I know when people look for coaches, they are looking for those extra boosted stuff. However, nonetheless, I like to throw on my mom badge all the time, because my mommy is at a whole nother level, because my child is at a whole nother level. They're 26 years old, but still nonetheless, there is still supportive things that I do. And I have done, and of course it has changed with the times. So I already know, like, when I get instructions, I follow them. You don't gotta remind me, but I do need help with this tech stuff. I'm not that tech savvy, you know. So I put this call in my calendar. I put it in my calendar for today. I could not figure out, because I put it on a digital calendar, and if I would have wrote, because I know they didn't make it all the way to. That's me not being tech savvy, forgetting to put on my do not disturb. I kid you, I don't be joking when I say this stuff. So anyway, nonetheless, so I put it in my calendar. I thought it would put the time automatically, because I just thought that's what it did. I didn't know I had to manually put it in. If I would have wrote it down, it would have been correct, right? But I didn't write it down. So after you didn't call me already, and now you texting me, I'm like, let me go to my calendar and see what time this call is, because I thought it was later on in the afternoon, which it is. But hey, I could be wrong. So I went to my calendar. Do you know what time it said that the call was for on my calendar? It said the call was for 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is now 1:15. No, what's this? 1:26. I saw that at 1:03. At 1:03, I saw that the call was starting at 1 o'clock. And I said, sure, because I didn't do A, B, and C already. So I was like, sure, I did A, B, and C. Let me get my notebook. But me getting my notebook, and I did just come from the ladies' room, like, not to get TMI, but I've been holiday feasting, people. So I've been consuming a lot. And if you consume a lot, you know what's going to happen, right? You're going to poop a lot. So I had just took the most royalist poop, and I'm just sitting there daydreaming, like, I just watched this amazing influencer who's an attorney who's like fabulous. And I was just like, oh, I want her to be my attorney for my business affairs. You know, and I believe she's an entertainment attorney. And I was just like, oh. And I was just literally like daydreaming on the John. And then, because she said some things like, whatever you want, don't settle. You can have whatever you want. Those were her words. And that's what was in my head. I was just like, on this is a bit TMI. If you're just coming in here, well, you should have started earlier with me. I'm at a very vulnerable moment right now, talking about a very private moment. I'm sharing it with the world because guess what? We all do it. So yeah, I was on the John and I was daydreaming as I was, releasing, and then I got out, washed my hands, and I looked at the phone, saw the message. When I saw the message, I looked at my calendar. Calendar said 1 o'clock. It was 1:03. I was like, oh, excuse me. Yes, I did A, B, and C, which I did do. And let me just grab my notebook. I have the notes, people. I have the notes. Those are my affirmations, but I do have the notes in here. The notes are in the back. Because look what I did. Let me show you. Let me show you how I did the notes. I drew that symbol because he uses this symbol in there. And I'm going to walk you into my workout space so you can see that I am not new to this symbol. This symbol is sacred geometry. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is the place. This is the place for me. This is the place. But anyway, my calendar said 1 o'clock. My phone said 1:03. I figured, hey, you could give a lady 10 minutes, because stuff happens with us, our body does things that we don't plan for it to do. And even though we maybe plan to deal with it, sometimes it happens just according to nature. So I think every man knows that already. So, we ladies, we get a little grace period, because who knows, like we could just like out of nowhere, our menstrual could decide, hey, I'm not gonna come on the regular time. I'm gonna switch times. My menstrual did that about 3 times this year, by the way. I'm in my 40s, so it's a whole bunch of stuff going on with my body, and I have learned to just accept it. What can I do about it? I can do different things as far as regulate hormones, but anyway, I'm not making this podcast about my hormones. I'm making this podcast about how freaking phenomenal I am. Yeah. It's a podcast of me tooting my horn. Toot toot. I'm only gonna toot it in this incident. Again, I've been talking to you guys for how long? 10 minutes almost. I was not looking like this when I was on the job, okay? At all. I had on the dress with no bra and no blazer and no hair. but my natural hair. And no lipstick and no eyeliner in 11 minutes. Because I was ready by 1:15. And I was ready by 1:14. In 11 freaking minutes, I was sort of camera presentable. I'm on the camera now, sort of camera presentable. And before of course, it was going to be a video call, I went to my email. I went to my email and I looked to see the time of the call. You know what? You guys know what time the call was? The call was at 5 o'clock, people. Like 3 hours ready, not really, because I have another call that's at 3. I have the call before that call, but I'm ready, sort of. I'm gonna find something else, maybe outside of this dress, because I put on my good bra, and I kind of want to show some cleavages, just because I'm a lady, and it's kind of what ladies want to do sometimes. But anyway, for that call that I got, I'm going to follow up with that person, and then I'm going to do what I got to do in the house. I was about to drink cold coffee, people. I was about to drink cold coffee. But I'm gonna warm up my coffee and make sure, do a couple more screen runs just to make sure that, um, everything is in alignment. But I like this like this. This is about to be how I do my content creating, even though I'm in the fucking ghetto, so you're gonna hear sirens and shit a lot. But maybe that'll add to the the flavor of the show. It's how people be pressing buttons and making shit. No, this I don't have that contraption. I have this beautiful microphone, and it works, but it's used for aesthetics right now because as you can see, ain't no wire going from it. I'm using my telephone, okay? So once I'm using like a laptop or a camera and all that other stuff, once I get all that equipment, then this will actually be functioning. But I like to practice. And I'm pretty good at it, right? So yeah, and it goes. It fits the aesthetics. I just have to figure out the lighting. I feel like I have the brightest light on, but obviously my ring light is not brighter than the sun. So that's the sun coming through the window right there, and yeah, my ring light ain't brighter than the sunlight. So I think I would have to like close that shade. Let's test out my theory real quick. Let's test it out. I'll be right back. Okay. I mean, I only closed one shade. It's a little better though. I think it's a little better. Hi. Well, welcome to the SupaTea Podcast Show. Fun times. All right, people. Um, it is the second day of Kwanzaa. I have already posted that. I'm over here flame watching. Oh, I was supposed to show you my symbol. Y'all want to see my symbol? Come on. Come walk with me. Come walk with me. First of all, let's check out my Kwanzaa get up. I'm watching it, people. I'm watching it. And there is water there. That is the second candle. But and I spent a good penny for this thing too. I mean, a good penny. But even though it came with the candles and it's wonderful, and it got a little compartment, and it will now it's a part of the family. Is that supposed to happen? Like when you light one candle, is it supposed to melt the other candle that's next to it? And I clipped my waxes. And I incanted on them, so that's why you see a little shavings there. But nonetheless, um, yeah, this is what's going on with the candle. Even though I clipped it, this is how the flame got on this one. And this one, the black one got kind of flamey too. It got so flamey that it lit the wood. Why are we burning candles on wood? Wood is flammable. And there was no little things to catch it. Just the holes. It was just a painted hole. So, I mean, that's interesting for anybody who reads wax. Um, I thought it was interesting for anybody who reads wax. Some people read wax. I've decided that I'm not going to do any cleansing or cleaning because I cleansed it before, obviously. And I'm going to just go through each 7 days and see what it looks like at the end of the seventh day. But this is interesting, especially where it is. Can you see the two flames? I started this one caught two flames. And this one is not the next day candle. The next day candle is going to be this green one right here with for Ujima. And then it's going to be this one, which is Ujama, which means cooperative economics. That's the money one right there. That is the money one. This one is about collective work and responsibility. That's the money one. That is the money one, and I just want to know why the money one. Why is the self determination one affecting the money one? I don't know. But I trust spirit, and it's very interesting. I guess they're connected somehow. The self determination is connected to the cooperative economics. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about, which is this called and sacred geometry. It all ties in together. Honestly, it all ties in together. So here's my workout space, aka my office space as well. But the office space is still coming together. As you can see, I need to get a desk and a couple of other office equipment. But this is the symbol. This is the symbol. This is some sacred geometry. And I know you're like, wait, we see that symbol on nuclear stuff. Yeah, it's sacred. This is sacred geometry, people. And I did some of it myself. And this is one of my boards of all of the stuff that is active perpetually in my life, me being my authentic self, me shining bright, me having love, me making music, me being my powerful, beautiful self, loving me, being special, good vibrations, saying yes when I need to say yes, cherishing me, being wise, always. No, it's okay to be cold sometimes. Sometimes you gotta be a little snow queen, but still be the queen, baby. Knowing that I'm special. And yeah. So when I saw this symbol, I knew that brother know what he's talking about. These are just some of my other charts because I am doing some physical improvements. And these are my books. They need a bookshelf. Some of my books. I got a whole bunch of books, people. All of these are books, so pretty much for the most part. Some of my artist stuff is in here. But this is literally a bag of books. Anyway, I'm going to continue to get ready for my 3 o'clock because I have a 3 o'clock. And then I have a 5 o'clock. So 3 o'clock goes into 4:30, and then the 5 o'clock starts at 5, and it's probably like 45 minutes. So she's at it. Hey, she's at it. Hey. So I'm excited about the growth for the SupaTea Podcast Show and just the growth of me, period. I'm not rushing it. I'm doing it organically. I'm doing it wisely. I'm doing it gracefully. And I'm definitely keeping God as my center, Christ activated, and just taking it one day at a time, stepping forward, and not only doing it, but being an example and showing you. It's televised. My revolution is televised, baby. It's televised. It's televised. My revolution is televised. Let me go watch this daggone candle. Because this candle, gotta watch it. This self-determination. And you see how I move? Like people. I want to show you this cool thing I figured out in the bathroom that kind of weirded me out a little bit. But I was just like, when they say the hips don't lie, they ain't fronting. They ain't fronting at all. Because the more I move these hips, the more I be seeing stuff, other stuff be moving that ain't attached to me. Do I got telekinetic hips? Do I know? Do I? Hold up, I know I made a baby. You sat back. Like, do I? Looking like somebody auntie for real, for real. Do I? Are these things telekinetic? Like, I just do a little shimmy shimmy or a little dance or something, and wind starts fucking moving? What the what? Girls, y'all girls, be responsible with your power. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Be responsible. But y'all girls out there twerking and keeping things loose and mobile and keeping those joints moisturized, y'all on to something. Y'all on to something. And Auntie gonna come and give you some wisdom so you can put that wisdom with what you already got. Mix it together, baby. Phenomenal. It's gonna be phenomenal. I tell you, this tea is matcha tea. This tea is concentrated green tea. This tea ain't hot topics. No, sorry. You are the hot topic, beautiful. You, you. And our auntie just gonna come bring her some love and some wisdom and offer that to you and remind you how divine you are, because that's what you need to know. You need to always be tapped into your divinity consciously. So when you are shimmy, twerkity, you're doing it with a purpose, not just for material things. You're doing it divinely. You recognizing your divinity, because dance and movement is how we keep these electromagnetic body of ours activated, baby. Sun, water, vegetables, fruits, all of that. That's it too. You know, of course, these crystals, they all have their own individual properties. Of course, copper will get your electromagnetic self. Uh, Just stay tuned and be tuned.